About. Awareness through Fame is an educational topic at the Inside Awareness Center for Integrative Somatic Learning. It is also one of the focused lifestyle areas in the 9-grid square that is the foundational core of the educational model of the center. This learning topic interacts with the other 8 life areas as mirrored in life. For example, Fame represents recognition. Recognition is needed in all 9 life areas. These 9 life areas are wealth, relationships, past, health, future, knowledge, career, community, and of course, fame. Fame and recognition will be explored from a perspective of responsive behavior to identity and encourage balance for practical skill development. Understanding and clarity provide incentive and meaning that may be planting the seeds to bust through inertia and habitual behaviors, blocking the growth of self-esteem and confidence that is motivated from inner awareness instead of outwardly presenting arrogant and aggressive projections that depend upon comparison and destruction of others to feel good about oneself. Ego is needed to get up in the morning and out into society to fan inspiration and motivation. However, the focus on material wealth may have shifted the balance of inner motivation founded on a personal value system that is ethical to one that thrives on scarcity and greed. Both these perspectives influence all other 8 lifestyle areas and will steer choices, decisions, and interactions through their focus of attention, a focus that has become a learned behavior response that is hidden due to habituation. It becomes habitual and unconscious. The difference is felt through the emotions, which will indicate the values one is connected to or not connected to. Some picture examples of the differences in expressions of these mentally invoked emotional-driven reactive behaviors below. The look of power and control. The mask of arrogance and power. Arrogance and power hidden by a mask of nice. I chose to go with female images as I'm a woman, therefore would know these energies from the inside out and the outside in. This is regardless of whether they are dominantly masculine presenting or feminine females. Presenting as a female at birth and a somatic empath, I have noticed the violence within the feminine and masculine presenting females is overlooked. Yet it is the seed source for violence within feminine relationships that expand into relationships with masculines and children. All is not equal within the feminine gender, which participates in the entrainment in society. The violence can be sourced through evaluative expressions that are left unacknowledged and where there is a lack of education. Social conditioning has focused on blaming and shaming that reeks of denial and a lack of taking personal responsibility, punishment and reward, comparisons, moralistic judgments, scarcity reactions, diagnosis and analysis of others without the credentials to share insight, full assessments, and more. A feminine perspective until it's not. Awareness through Fame content will focus on the mental, emotional, and physical restrictions and blocks, as well as the glow-up and expansion in the swing of the pendulum arc of unconscious and disconnected reactions and conscious and connected responses in the life area of fame and recognition as it relates to ego and egocentric behaviors for skill development and learning. The masculine perspective will not be from a position of authority unless it is through the experience of a masculine. For example, a guest in an interview or conversation. Why, as a feminine, I am not an authority over the masculine essence, characteristics, and qualities. This is a masculine's lane, not mine. I suspect as partnerships are created for this educational endeavor that a masculine will become an equal, stakeholder, as there needs to be a balance of yin and yang viewpoints, feminine and masculine, to be a change agent as this is intended to be. This may be a silent partner and co-creator through an interactive relationship that relies on sharing perspectives, even if they are opposite, creatively and not through dominance and competition. Imagine being in competition with masculines, yet fighting other feminines to win the masculine and willing to do so at all costs. Duplicity much? Definition of duplicity below. Divine Feminine Exploration, currently in public eye on Facebook. Visit Effervescent of the Divine Feminine. Differences between a learning system and a philosophy. The difference of this presentation as an educational system and a philosophy is that it is focused on real life activity, interactions, and core responses with a person, mentally, emotionally, and physically. The focus is not on outside strategies and past figurehead storylines meant to create morality, yet not being able to live up to the stories, instead of connecting to defining an inner value system that spontaneously can correct the balance. A balance created through a focus from the inside that is actionable versus trying to define what phrases mean. The answers are inside, waiting to be discovered. Follow on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, X, Pinterest, and Tumblr. Learn more at the Inside Awareness Center for Integrative Somatic Learning. Please like and stay connected by subscribing. This material is copyrighted by Rainey Lindstrom. Google definition of duplicity. Duplicity refers to dishonest behavior characterized by saying or doing different things to different people to deceive them. Essentially, acting two-faced or double-dealing. The word rooted in the Latin term for double or twofold, in parentheses, duplex, describes deceitful communication and actions. In a legal context, it can also mean the improper inclusion of two or more distinct items in a single legal action. I hope you liked this material or this content, and if so, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.